Yes, yes, yes. Celebrities experience drug addictions as well. You've probably seen it already. You've probably heard your fair share of news reports of this celebrity or that celebrity overdosing, especially overdosing to the point where they die. Examples of Robin Williams and a host of other celebrities that we know and love. We can't be putting celebrities on a pedestal too high without forgetting the fact that they are human and they do go through their own issues as well.
Cause I'm not perfect, I'm flawed, and if you don't like that, get lost.
Now, weed. This is a video of Lady Gaga speaking on her addiction to weed and how it affected her life. Weed is one of those substances that we kind of disregard it in a sense. It's like, oh, how can you be addicted to weed? Weed is not addictive, blah, 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 blah. We say that stuff. You probably heard that stuff yourself. And you may have said it yourself about your own addiction to weed. But if you find that it's harming you or it's negatively impacting your relationships, your finances, or whatever, and you want to stop, but you can't stop, that is addiction. Anything that you want to stop doing, but you can't stop doing, is a definition of an addiction. Please understand that people all across the globe, both celebrities and your regular people, are going through similar situations to this, as Lady Gaga.
Let's smoke a joint.
I smoked a lot of joints.
No, are you still smoking pot? I mean,
No, I'm not actually. I had to stop.
Why?
I was addicted to it.
Really?
Yes.
Were you addicted to it because of an addiction, or you thought you were creating better if you were stoned? Or?
Oh, I mean, this is a very long story. But actually, I mean, I've been addicted to various things since I was young.
Right.
And most heavily over the past 7 years. And I kind of, a friend gave me this term, a lily pad, from substance to substance, because I get to a point where I can't go any further with one substance, so I have to move to another.
That's frightening.
Yes, it can be. But with marijuana, I actually decided to speak about this because although I do think it is the best of the drugs to choose from in terms of, when you're playing around and experimenting, I just want young kids to know that you actually can become addicted to it. And there's this sentiment that you can't, and that's actually not true, because I have been addicted to it, and it's ultimately related to anxiety coping, and it's a form of self-medication. And I was smoking up to 15 to 20 marijuana cigarettes a day with no tobacco.
That's a lot.
Yeah, and I was
sure you got the good
living
stuff.
on a totally other psychedelic plane, numbing myself completely. And looking back, I do see now that some of that had to do with my hip pain. I didn't know where the pain was coming from, so I was just in a lot of pain and very depressed all the time and not really sure why. If you look up about labral tears as well as any sort of dysfunction in the bones in your body, it can cause all sorts of depression and disorientation, vertigo. So I was experiencing this all while on a world tour. So I would get high all day and then sleep it off during the afternoon because I would never be high or drunk on stage ever.
But you figured it out, obviously. You opened the hood and you fixed it.
Well, it's a battle every day, and I don't want to lie about it because there's no reason to lie, but the truth is that it is very hard to it is very hard to be famous. It's wonderful to be famous because I have amazing fans, but it is very, very hard to go out into the world when you're not feeling happy and act like you are. Because I'm a human being too, and I break. And I think that there's an assumption, not just by, the corporate world or by humanity, that I cannot break because I am alien woman and I am unstoppable. But the truth is that I can break, and I did. And I was not very good at breaking. I lost everything that I love. I was in a wheelchair for 6 months. I did a lot of drugs and took a lot of pills, and I let it all kind of go because, you know, I didn't know if I was going to live for the next year or two. When your schedule gets that out of control and you're not able to feel the ground anymore, you lose a sense of your own soul.
Now, I brought on a ton of people onto my channel who have given their own personal anecdotes, personal recounts of how weed has affected their life, how the process by which they went about quitting weed. I just want to let you know that you're not alone. And although you may not see anybody in your vicinity or in your friend group that seems to be addicted to weed, weed can definitely be addictive. And you're not crazy for making that. I just understand that. Lady Gaga, I just showed you the video of Lady Gaga, and a ton of other videos. I'll leave it in the cards, the description, or the pinned comment of people, especially one video that I detailed where I'll show you another video. I have another video on my channel where someone went 7 years of smoking weed daily. Usually it's like the daily part, or the regular basis of consistently smoking it, like almost every other day, is what gets people, is what like starts leading to those negative effects of weed. If you're able to go like once a week, once every 2 weeks, once a month, and just do your thing with weed, that's cool, it's calm. But if you're getting to the point where you're almost relying on it to escape your day-to-day life, and you're smoking it almost every other day, every day pretty much, there's a problem. So if you're serious about getting over your addiction to weed, or any addiction for that matter that you may currently be dealing with, porn, gambling, weed, coffee, food addiction even, shopping addiction. So if you're serious, then don't forget to get the free mini course that are designed for y'all to get access to. A link to my description, first link in my description and pinned comment. The free mini course teaches you scientifically proven methods that are guaranteed to rid yourself of those nasty addictions. Especially the part about the addictions that is the worst part is often the withdrawal symptoms, because your body, your brain, your whole system has to now get used to no longer having that substance in your body anymore. And those withdrawal symptoms, sleepless nights, unable to focus, fidgety, there's certain foods that you should be eating, which are linked to my mini course, that you should be eating that definitely limit those cravings and make the process of sobriety a lot smoother and easy to go through. So definitely check that out. I appreciate you. I have a ton of other videos on my channel that have personal accounts and are also that are more informational about what you should expect in the recovery process, and some tips and tricks on how you should go about, managing your addiction. But again, if you want more personalized approach, personalized like one-on-one time, definitely check out my mini course, link in my description. I appreciate y'all, and God bless. Much love, peace and joy. Namaste. And as always, always remember, if it doesn't feed you, don't water it. Whatever it is, people, environment, situations, what you're watching, what you're listening to, what you're eating, if it's not nurturing you and making you better, cut it off, bro. Cut it. Alright, fam. Deuces.